optimizations, right? So, the common web server that we use for any WebSphere application is the IBM HTTP server, right? It's a simple HTTP server. It's mostly a proxy just to route your incoming requests to your JVM or to render, JavaScript, CSS that are actually stored on your web server. So very simple functionality, right? But still, there is a lot of tuning that you can do in IHS. So, the way IHS works is, right, one instance of IHS is a single parent process, and that will spawn multiple child processes, right? So the first thing that you'll need to answer is, right, how many simultaneous connections does the server need to support? To give you a quick math, let's say that your e-commerce site will have to do about 1,500 requests per second. Now, 1,500 requests per second, typically if you have Akamai fronting your site, you could save easily up to another 500. So that will bring down to 1,000 requests per second. And if you have, say, 10 web servers, that will kind of translate to 100 requests per second in each of these web servers. So you need to arrive at a number through a mathematical model and then tune iteratively based on how your CPU is, how your memory consumption, etc. A lot of configuration parameters are available in the web server, like server limit, how many child processes can you spawn, what is the maximum number of threads you can spawn, what is the maximum number of clients can it take, and there's this concept of min and max step, where if you cross the threshold, how many can you really go before the before the process comes down, crashing, right? So web server, very straightforward in terms of configurations, but can have a huge impact. So very less number of configurations, but needs to be carefully, aligned and reviewed. So we covered about front-end optimizations, and we talked about web server optimization. So let's now, move on to the next one, Dynacache.